Let's talk about the importance of maintaining work wellness when working from home. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Krystal TV, where today we are talking about the importance of work wellness and maintaining your health and sanity while working from home. So my solution to this is work from home rituals and some of the different types that you may want to implement into your own daily routine. First are transition rituals. These are helpful when it comes to executive function and hyper focus. Both. If you have a problem getting started with a project, like I do sometimes, it helps to have a sort of getting started ritual for like the beginning of your day. I like to create a commute by just going for a walk, even if it's just around the block. It's a short commute to engage my brain into I'm on my way to work. I like to have specific transition rituals both at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Whether it's something like taking a shower or getting dressed, getting undressed, putting on makeup, washing off makeup, taking a shower. Even if I'm not doing all of the makeup and hair thing, just getting in the shower and making that part of the ritual is sometimes helpful for me to transition into or out of my day. You may also want to have transition rituals in between projects. Now, I like to batch my work so that I'm not switching gears a lot during the day because I struggle with that executive function and hyper focus. Once I get started, it's hard for me to stop. But say I have two things to do in a day. I'm going to write some emails and then I'm going to transition to, I don't know, content brainstorming, something. It doesn't really matter as long as they're two different tasks. I need a moment to transition between those tasks. So oftentimes that's when I'll take a shower as a part of a transition ritual in between two things to give my brain a minute to detach from the project I finished in order to get ready to gear up, get started on something new. Having those transition rituals in between, I have discovered really helps with my ADHD. Along with that are some scheduling rituals. For me, it really helps to know like my trouble areas. Lunch is a good example. Lunch is a trouble area for me. I forget to eat, so I schedule in a lunch break. For a while, I would even set an alarm on my phone to make sure that I would stop and eat and take a break and step away to allow myself to regroup. That's true for different breaks. Pomodoro sprints don't necessarily work well for me because that whole stopping after 25 minutes, if I'm deep in a hyper focus, it doesn't work for me to stop. But I do try to schedule in breaks during the day to allow myself to even get up and move around for a few minutes just to keep my body from sitting for too very long. Or it's really easy for me to just get stuck and not move. Another trouble area can be social media. If you get sucked into the scroll, it's helpful to have some sort of ritual to get yourself out of it again. Maybe it's a timer or some sort of a ritual around social media so that you don't get sucked into the scroll for hours and lose half of your day to the social media scroll. And another really important one is boundaries for interruptions, especially if you work with someone else in the house with you. Maybe you and your partner both work from home. Maybe you have children at home. Maybe you have a coworker who just likes to interrupt. And you just have to set some boundaries around. As you can see, that's kind of hard with some coworkers. I'm not naming any names, but so it's important to have boundaries around interruptions. If you're in the middle of something like filming videos or writing emails or something that requires your focus, it's important to have boundaries around those interruptions and to create a ritual around that whole thing to make it easier for everyone to honor, especially if you're new to boundaries. And so those are a few areas that I recommend adding a ritual, a work from home ritual to your day, just to help you with that work wellness and maintaining boundaries for yourself and your coworkers or family members, as they are sometimes also known. this is one of those things that we all struggle with, especially in the beginning as we make that transition from maybe having a job to working for yourself, working from home. And so it's important to set yourself up with success from the beginning. So if you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend that may also be going through that same struggle, that same transition, and that same process. Let me know in the comments where you find you need work from home rituals to maintain your work wellness. Where does it help you most to have a ritual in place to keep you moving forward? While you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.